So we're out here at the winter meetings. We just want to give everyone a quick synopsis. Nothing's happened so far, but we're going to try to set the stage for what we might think will happen.
Yeah, nothing's really happened. It's been very quiet. All that's went on today is it was reported today that the Yankees did make an initial offer to Gerrit Cole. That offer was 7 years for $245 million, which would put that deal over Zach Greinke's deal per year. I believe that's over 30.
It's around 35.
$35 million a year. So the the Yankees are not playing around. They want him. They already made an initial offer.
Exactly 35 flat.
35 flat. That's a great deal for Zach Greinke. Gerrit Cole. They are not fooling around. They are ready to go. It's day one of the winter meetings. I can tell you right now, I was at the hotel. Everybody was getting in there. It was madness today. But basically, the only thing that was reported today, like we said, was the Gerrit Cole situation. And the fact about the Hall of Fame is that Miller and Simmons were elected.
Yeah, I just caught that one before. And here's the thing with Gerrit Cole. It seems to be a two-team race that we predicted this whole time. The Dodgers are a dark horse, everyone thinks. I don't know. I'm not really thinking the Dodgers are trying to go crazy for him. I don't think they're trying to go as high as we are right now, but I could be wrong. It seems like it's going to be the Yankees and the Angels. And like we said about 2009 with CeCe and the Angels being the runner-up, we gotta hope history repeats itself here in 2019.
Oh, let's hope so.
And that would be good. Yankee fans are getting ready to explode. We've been being teased with Cole for the past week. Everyone keeps saying we're the favorites. We have false supports coming from Peter Gammons. So everyone seems to be thinking that this is really about to happen for us. That the Yankees are about to spend that paper for the free agent for the first time since 2014, over $100 million for a pitcher. Last guy was Masahiro Tanaka to get that type of paper from the Yankees.
Yeah, the Yankees, this is their top priority. This deal proves that. They really want him. They feel that he is a guy who could put them over the top. I agree 100%. He can definitely make this team go to the next level. And that next level is going from the ALCS to the World Series. He has that. He is the guy. This guy is elite. He's one of the best pitchers in baseball. He has proven it year in and year out. Even on teams, the Pirates, when they were not competitive and not very good, he was a driving force for them. The Yankees have had him in the palm of their hands twice.
Yeah,
drafting
that's a great
him,
point.
We had him in a trade. We couldn't seal the deal. That's when he went to the Astros, and now the Yankees will not let that happen. I predict that the Yankees, this deal, this is their first offer. In my opinion, if he says, can you go higher, and the Angels or the Dodgers make another offer, I would expect the Yankees to maybe up it by maybe a year and a couple more $1 million. We talked about this, Jules, and I could agree. I think 8 years, $300 million. At first, we talked about it. It was a bit of people really were scratching their heads with it. No, this is true.
I think
that's a deal that will get it done. I think today,
so too.
And you can agree with me. I think today, if they did that, if they offered him that today, he would have agreed right away, and we would have heard about that, in my opinion.
Yeah, I also think this is a game of chicken right now a little bit, unfortunately. It's how free agency is, but this is moving way faster than we've seen in recent years, at least. Cole, I think, could really sign by the end of this week. Here's the thing. So, Yankees go 7 for $245. They're trying to see what's up with the Dodgers and the Angels, basically. They want to see if the Dodgers and the Angels are really going to play in this pool. So let's say the Angels come back, they're like, we'll do 8 for $275 or something. Yankees got to come through and be like, we'll do 8 for at least $280, if not $300, if they really want him. Because if they don't do that, he's not coming to the Yankees. He's not going to take a discount to come play for the Yankees, especially when he's from California. That's just not going to happen. We've said that over and over again. So the Yankees need to top whatever offer is given. And we have to see how serious the Angels really are. And it seems all indications are that they're very serious. And the Dodgers and the mystery team, you never know what could happen with this stuff.
No, you don't. That's why I think they made their first offer first to try to make the Angels really get backed into a corner, I'd say, to make them give more money than initially they want to.
Yeah, exactly. They have to make sure it's serious.
This was a smart move by Brian Cashman. I really do. You give him the first offer. You let him think about it. And the thing about this that I like is that unlike last year when we had Corbin in the building, we met with Cole last week, and a few days later we give him a deal. We're not fooling around this time. We want to lure in the bit. We talked about this for weeks on the show, right, Jules, about getting the big fish. They just put their fishing pole in the water. Now they're trying to get a bite, and they're trying to wheel it in. So all it takes is the strength to Will and the fish.
Yeah, I mean, it's really going to come down to dollars and all that stuff. And then if you look at the rest of the market, I feel like everyone's kind of waiting for this Cole situation. Like, I thought Bumgarner would have went first, but I haven't heard anything about Bum in a while. And people were saying that they thought Bumgarner could sign before the winter meetings even started, but clearly that didn't happen. And at this point, he may go at the end after Strasburg and Cole go, because whoever is left might have to settle for him. Although someone could jump in and overwhelm Mad Bum. Maybe they know where he's at right now. I think the Wheeler situation actually may have complicated Mad Bum's market, because I don't think people are willing to give Mad Bum that much money. But since Wheeler got that, Bumgarner is going to get at least 20 plus a year, and I think he'll get over $100 million.
Yeah, I agree. I agree that I'm surprised as well. I thought Bumgarner. I thought today we would hear at least about a few signings.
Maybe it's football Sunday. Maybe it's everyone traveling.
Yeah, today was football Sunday. A lot of crazy things going on in football. But today, in the world of winter meetings here in San Diego, a lot of people around the area, I've been around the area, have really been talking about it. I asked a few people today what they, some sports fans, what they think is going to happen, and a lot of people are. The one topic everybody brought up, and I asked around 5 people, 4 out of those 5 people brought up the Astros situation.
Oh, yeah.
That is what they really want to know. I asked, what do you think is the main topic? And a lot of people said it's the Astros situation. And it's really funny. On the West Coast here, everybody is just concerned about the situation. Going to that hotel, you hear people from the minor leagues, because when I was at the hotel today, everybody was checking in. I was talking to somebody who worked with the Diamondbacks organization, and, he said today's just a very, very busy day. Everyone's coming in, and he said that it's going to get picked up within the next couple of days. And everybody's number one topic was the Astros situation. They want to know how serious it's going to be, what Rob Manfred is really going to do, because it really just comes down to his decision. And they said, I talked to somebody, and somebody actually said that they could see something being brought down at the end of the meetings. Like, he could say,
they think that quickly?
They're going to really talk about this over here. At 8 o'clock this morning, I was there at 7:30. Yeah. I was there.
I was up.
They had a league council meeting at 8 o'clock on the second floor of the Hilton at Bayfront Hotel, which, by the way, is a beautiful hotel.
Yes, we'll be there again later, and that's where the winter meetings were taking place for those that don't know. I was in the convention center at the job fair, and I want to share some stuff later, but Bobby was talking about Hilton, so.
So, with the hotel, they're just getting set up for a lot of different things. They have a lot of stuff going on there. They have a seminar, they have a trade show going on, which is pretty cool.
Might be at that tomorrow, actually.
But the thing is, with that, it's very, very high priority. They're really cracking. When I was in there, they really cracked down. They're asking people. They don't want people just sitting around, of course. But I will tell you this: everybody there was ready for business. They want to see what's going on. A lot of people. It was really funny. I didn't hear a lot of people talk about free agency moves. Really, they were just talking about what's going on and what it means. One thing I wanted to do is I was hoping to get somebody from the major leagues to come walking around, and I could stop them and try to get a question. I want to know what the main I want to know from top executives of all organizations what the main topic of these winter meetings should be. That's the one thing I think everybody wants to know. So we're going to try to get that in the next couple of days. It's going to be very busy. We only have till Wednesday. Wednesday's the last day.
Thursday, they're still going. The job fair's on Wednesday.
The job fair's done Wednesday, but Thursday the winter meetings end.
Yeah.
So for the next 4 days, we'll see what's going on with deals. I will say this: a lot of people. There were actually 2 things that people didn't talk about. Today was the Yankees made a deal for Gerrit Cole, and the Nationals are more confident than they were a couple days ago that they're going to get back both Strasburg and Rendon.
Oh, where did you hear this one?
So I heard this. This was reported via Twitter. But today at the winter meetings, the Nationals are very, very confident that they will get those 2 players back.
That's interesting because I heard that the Rangers and Rendon are very hot right now. I think that the Rangers are really willing to give Rendon what he wants. I still think that it's going to be a tall task for the Nationals, but I guess they have more optimism than they did as recently because the owner had just said he doesn't think he could bring them back, but I guess that soon changed. The thing is that Rendon's going to take more than 7 years for 210, I think, because the Nationals already offered that and you turn that down. Mm-hmm. So you're looking at potentially 7 years for 230, maybe even 740 for him, and he doesn't want any deferrals. He wants his money now. The Nationals tried to go the deferral route. They actually do that with a lot of their contracts, the Nationals. So they did it with Scherzer for sure. I don't think they did it with Corbin, but they've tried to use that strategy before, but Rendon's not having that strategy. He wants all his money up front. I can't blame him, really. And the Texas Rangers, like we've said, they're ready. They're trying to contend. They also see an opening because the Astros are taking a step back. Gerrit Cole's not going back there and all the stuff that's going to happen with them. The Angels we know what the Angels are. Even if they get Gerrit Cole, they're still an 80-win team at best, probably, I would say. And then the A's they're always up and down. You never know what's going to happen with them, and they're going to lose some players also. So we got to see. And the Mariners are obviously a train wreck, so that's that.
Yeah.
Rangers have an opportunity here to take the next step if they have Rendon and maybe get a few more pitchers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and that's the one thing,
Because they're in the starting market, too, for pitchers.
Yeah, absolutely, they are. They're. I think if they lose Strasburg, which right now, in my opinion, I think that they're going to get at least him back, in my opinion.
I'm almost sure he's going back.
I think if somehow they lose him, this is worst-case scenario for them. I could see them, call me crazy, I could see them being in the Bumgarner sweepstakes. I just, you know what?
Nationals for Bum?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I could see that. I could see them really, maybe a Jin Ryu, maybe.
Yes,
maybe
Ryu is an interesting case. And you know who actually I could see Ryu going to and giving it call me crazy first? I think the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays are in on Ryu, and they're looking for starting pitching. Could they do like a 3-year, maybe $48 million, maybe 2 for like 35 or something, like nothing too crazy?
No, it doesn't sound as crazy. You know what? I could see that.
Also, Dallas Keuchel's still floating out there too. Again, he's out there for the second straight season. Who's going to pull the trigger on Keuchel? I think he's going to take a while at this point. Yeah. I haven't heard anything about that. Although I would not be surprised if the White Sox also pull the trigger on any of those 3 pitchers you just named because they're desperately looking for starting pitcher, especially after Wheeler shunned them.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the White Sox are going to be very, very aggressive in the pitching market.
Yeah, I also think they can make a play for Castellanos or Marcell Ozuna, which we talked about, seems to be gaining some traction.
There was a report today about
that, right?
Ozuna that he had a deal. Was it with the White Sox? Apparently, they said it was.
Oh, they offered something?
There was something going on where somebody offered him a deal. It was reported a few days ago, actually. That was confirmed today that that's not true, that he's still out there as a free agent, so you got to monitor that.
Oh, okay.
But
they may end up getting him. We'll have to see, I guess.
We'll see. But you know what? I expect, like I said, I expect it to get picked up by tomorrow. I expect that you hear a lot more things. You're going to hear a lot more news. For those of you watching, definitely go on your Twitter feeds. We'll definitely have that.
Twitter's going crazy
I know
lately.
Julian's very, very busy at the job fair. I'm going to be taking care of this one. Anything that's going on with baseball, the both of us will be up to date. I'll keep him up to date as much as he can. I'm going to keep it going.
I'm still trying to do everything I can.
The one thing we're going to definitely have for you guys is definitely any breaking news, anything going on. But, tomorrow, I will tell you this. One thing that's a big thing at the winter meetings is they have a yoga situation, actually.
Yeah, tomorrow isn't that happening?
Yesterday tomorrow at the winter meetings, they were having people sign up for a fun run around.
I saw that.
For people who've ever been around here in the San Diego area by the convention center. And by the way, this is a beautiful city.
Love it.
Beautiful city. My first time here in California. I talked to a lot of people. It's beautiful. They have a long road by the convention center, right by the bayfront, where they're going to have a big run. And I'm going to definitely check that out tomorrow, see people. Maybe, hey, you never know. Maybe some big-time people could be doing this.
Yeah, I mean, it's an event. It's open to the public, so literally anyone can do it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it, obviously, because I'm trying to get to the job fair and I don't wake up that early. It's early, so, what's going on with that. Also, there's some big storylines. Lindor and Betts on the trade market, potentially. Could we see something happen with those 2 players? I also think Corey Kluber's a name to watch. Robbie Ray, we've talked about at length, and that's getting some traction as well. If the Yankees don't get Cole, we need to talk about the plan B. No one wants to have this talk, but we have to be objective to it, unfortunately. So what do you think the Yankees do if they don't get Cole? Because I think we both agree that Strasburg's not realistically an option for the Yankees. I don't think that's going to happen at all. I mean, we met with them, we did our due diligence, but I just don't see that ever happening.
No, if somehow we don't get Gerrit Cole and that is a catastrophic situation
Yeah, I'll call it
for
that,
the
too.
Yankees. I think everybody, not only the fan base, but everybody in the organization will be extremely disappointed and let down. But the one thing you got to do is you got to pick your head up and move forward. And in my opinion, if you don't get him, I think you have to put your fishing pole in the water for Madison Bumgarner. Robbie Ray, like you said, Robbie Ray is a very logical situation.
Yeah.
Corey Kluber that's been floated around for the past couple months.
Yes.
I could see that definitely happening. The Yankees definitely have the assets to make it happen.
They do for either one of them.
So I expect them to really, you know what? I think Brian Cashman definitely has a plan B. You know, but our top priority is Gerrit Cole. But if we can't get him, we have to. They have to have a plan B. I think Brian Cashman definitely has a game plan in his back pocket. You know, it's an all-out blitz. This is a football term, all-out blitz for Gerrit Cole. And if you get to the quarterback and you can't get Gerrit Cole, and they turn the ball over and we lose Gerrit Cole, we got to go out and try to go. Have a game plan to go get somebody else, and I expect Brian Cashman and the Yankees organization to be extremely aggressive this free agency period. Unlike they were last year, I expect them to do a lot of things, especially with the pitching market, and Brian Cashman definitely has a game plan in his back pocket if we don't get Gerrit Cole.
Yeah, I think you're 100% right. Would the Yankees even try to go for Rendon and trade Andujar in a situation like this? Try to fix the offense, maybe get Robbie Ray? I don't know how realistic Bumgarner is for the Yankees, unfortunately. I still don't buy it. They say we're in on him, but I don't know if he's about the Yankees, how much the Yankees are willing to pay him still. A lot of stuff to be determined there. Also, Blake Treinen is still on the radar for the Yankees. I've seen that a million times. So I'm thinking that could be the relief pitcher to replace Betances. It really looks to me like Betances, Didi, and Romine are not going to be back with this team. The more that we just have these days pass, they're not coming back. Brett Gardner, I expect back still. It'll happen eventually. We're just waiting to settle everything. And then lefty bat, which we've talked about. I brought this up to you off the air, now I'll bring it up to the public. Scooter Gennett, I think, is a possible fit for the Yankees. He can play second base and a little bit of left field, so Yankees could use some help in the infield now without Didi. And the left field's basically vacant at this point since Hicks isn't playing. Also, Travis Shaw, which we've mentioned a million times, I think is a logical fit. I also wanted to talk about how I met the director of operations for the Yankees today, Matthew Ferry, and he told me some interesting stuff about Brian Cashman, which I wanted to share. He said Cashman hires people that are smarter than himself. He collaborates with everyone's opinions. He likes to use everything that's available. That's why he's really all in on this analytical approach you see now. And he lets everyone do their job, and he's willing to listen to other people's ideas. He's not closed-minded. He's very open-minded is the philosophy I got. And it's all business with the Yankees, and that's what I would expect.
Yeah,
that's how it is.
Definitely getting in. I believe his name is Matthew Ferry.
Yes, that's him.
Right there.
And in the resume, please pray for me.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'll pray for you.
I need a job for the Yankees. Me and Cole are a package deal.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring him home.
Yeah.
We're going to do it.
Bring him home. So, definitely, with that, that was a lot of definitely good information on Brian Cashman. Definitely sitting down with someone from the Yankees is definitely really a big accomplishment. You got your name out there.
Yeah, I'm trying.
And, you took some, I'm looking at it right now, you took some good notes about Brian Cashman. Now I think after you met with somebody who works with him, I think now you get a better feeling about how he works.
Yeah.
So basically last year we don't know how he definitely worked. We were all definitely jumping down his throat, and rightfully so. Now definitely I think we get a better, you definitely, I'm going to have to get a better understanding about how he works.
Yeah, so he's just trying to be smart with it. I understand, maybe like we said all this time, Corbin not getting him was the right move, and not getting Machado was the right move. If he was lining his eggs up in this basket for Gerrit Cole, which he's liked for years, and you have to know he was thinking about this situation, so only a year ago today, and everyone would rather have Gerrit Cole than Patrick Corbin. There's no question about that, right. And that makes this team better. And also, the one thing that we've talked about at length also, this makes all the sense in the world for the Yankees because Tanaka, Paxton, and Happ are all free agents after the season. Also, will we be able to trade Happ? We talked about this at length as well. I could see a trade with the Diamondbacks, Clint Frazier and Adams for Robbie Ray. Maybe Yankees add another prospect or so. It's only a $5 to $6 million difference because Robbie Ray makes $11 million. So it's not that outlandish that this trade could take place. The Diamondbacks really need an outfielder desperately, so Clint Frazier can fill that void for them. The problem is his defense is horrendous, so they're going to have to figure that out. But other than that, I think it's a decent pairing. And there's also interest from the Padres, potentially a few teams in on Hap, so we'll see if the Yankees can pull that off.
I mean, I think they definitely should. I think Hap was a definitely bad signing. I understand we needed pitchers at the time last year, but he's proven that he's just not the guy. He can't handle the big stage in New York.
He just regressed completely.
Yeah, he's just not what he used to be, and
he's old too. Like this happens.
The fact of the matter that teams, especially San Diego, is definitely interested. I think we should definitely really work on that. I expect that to happen soon, in my opinion.
That really sets the stage for Cole too. If they could dump
Hap,
that makes more money.
There's more money in your pocket that you could offer Gerrit Cole. So
I think they're working to do that.
It's a domino effect.
Exactly, and I'm excited to see what happens. The next few days should be more exciting. I don't expect anything today, really. It's really just a dry day. Everyone's traveling. You got a football Sunday. But now we have 4 days. Everyone's here. The offers are starting to come in. The big names are getting a lot of hype around them. We'll see if anyone signs, and as soon as that happens, we're going to have our analysis and stuff. But I'm going to say right now, if nothing happens again tomorrow, you're not going to hear from us most likely.
Yeah.
You'll hear from us if a significant move happens.
Yes.
That's all I'll say.
I'll tell you. I will tell you this. Somehow, if Gerrit Cole signs within the next few days and Julian and I aren't together,
there's going to be an emergency video or something.
There'll be an emergency video. I'll film something, and somehow maybe I'll work my way, try to get to Julian. Maybe we could do something fast.
Yeah, like we'll have to do something, or maybe like we'll do a quick emergency, then we'll come together like when we have a better chance to like break it down more.
Yeah,
something like that. But if this happens while we're out here, which we're really hoping for, it's going to be something.
Yes.
It's going to be crazy. It's going to be a celebration. I haven't met one person that doesn't want Gerrit Cole from the Yankees fans. The only thing they say is that it's a lot of money, but everyone wants him on the Yankees. It's just a debate of how much they should give him.
That's
really what it is.
And, 7 for $245, a lot of people, including yourself, Jules, says that's a bit low.
I think it is, but it's a good starting point.
It is a good starting point. I thought the Yankees would definitely go 8 for maybe 2. I thought 8 for $275, $280.
Okay,
I thought would be a good deal.
That's fair.
But the Yankees, just threw in a deal to see what Gerrit Cole. Like I said, they threw their fishing pole in the pond. They wheeled it out. They want to see if he'll take a bite. But we'll definitely see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we're gonna get going now. Thanks everyone for watching. Keep up with us at the winter meetings. We're going to post this to YouTube. Follow us on GT Sports Talk 2 on Twitter and Instagram. This one will not be an Apple Podcast, but we will try to get a few up on Apple Podcasts during this trip.
Yes.
Thanks, everyone, for watching. Take care. Have a good night.